Dunsparce. You know what? That's okay. We're probably not going to stream all that long today. Maybe like an hour. Something like that. 2 sandwiches worth. Maybe we don't need the 2 sandwiches worth, but that's what we're in for today. Like I said yesterday, streams are going to be pretty short. I got a lot of things to do before I take off to work on my friend's farm. And then from there, we got ourselves some stuff to take care of outside of that. But once I'm done at the farm, things will be a little bit different, I hope. Hopefully we'll get more streams in. Hopefully we'll have the grind for YouTube to be monetized with ad revenue. I don't need that. I don't need that. This is looking like a pretty good team. I did something. Good thing I did that. I should have a shiny Sligoo there. But I put in the one that I caught that wasn't shiny. And the only reason I would need the Sligoos on hand is in case it rains. Because that's the only time they'll evolve. I caught one that wasn't shiny, just in case I never got a shiny during the event, even though that's ridiculous. Who? That's better. I should really have my shiny Annihilate, but this one I have in here is already built up for raids. So. Bop, bop. Ooh, we're actually getting kind of low on salty. We might have to harvest them Dragonite raids a little harder. Pop, 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 up. Beep, beep, beep. To the pit! Do, do, do. It looks like Koraidon's missing his inside toes. Oof. I get this gut feeling like we're gonna go well over odds on this hunt. It's not gonna be great. But that's okay. There's our little shelf over here too. That usually gives us some decent shiny luck. I think the most we've ever gotten in one sandwich with this method is 3. I'm trying to remember that. I've definitely had a few where I get 0. That has definitely happened many times. I'm just going through my, like, in my brain. I'm like, man, there's so much stuff I need, so much stuff I can do, so much stuff I want to do. So many different directions I can take things. What I'm really hoping for after my farm stint is to get the card business established. That'll be one of the biggest revenue drivers for myself and my future, and the YouTube channel and everything else I want to do. I think I'll make it happen. We'll definitely be able to make it happen. I hope. Do-do-do-do. I still have that package of all that information from the town. Let me know exactly how I have to go about getting my business license for that. Even though the town doesn't need it. My wholesaler does, though. Wholesalers just want to make sure that they aren't selling cheap product to collectors. I also got to get working on a website. I did get approval from a wholesaler without having a website, but that was like a no. Oops. Actually, it's not a whoops on my part. They're the ones that gave me the approval. Said we typically don't. I was like, okay. That one? No. Thought I've seen some pink on the belly, but I did not. Hi, Joe. Oh, when was your account created? Wow. Amazing, you still have an account after 3 years, 3.5 years, and all you're doing is promoting buying viewers. Funny how that works. If I'm streaming to nobody, what makes you think I can afford to buy viewers? Also against Twitch terms of service. Weird how that works. I need to... What would probably deter that is actually not allowing links in chat. Just one pink Dunsparce. I don't get flying through the air. Not a pink Dunsparce. Not a single one to be had. Ooh. Almost halfway through the sandwich as well. Nunya? Nunya shiny? That's okay. We'll eventually get one. They're definitely spawning well. But, no such luck yet today. Maybe I'm being punished for taking, like, 6 months off from the hunt. The game knows. The game knows. My luck, the first shiny we get will be a Dundunsparce already, which will not spawn in the overworld as a 3 segment. It refuses. I gotta remember, we aren't saving after we catch a shiny. Because I can save resources. and reset if it's not a 3 segment after we evolve it. I gotta remember the method. We have to teach it like drill run or something like that. And then we can level it up. Oh, you wanted to fall with me. That's cool. Master Eevee, what is up? Welcome in. Pump them watch hours, let's go. Not much there. Damn. It would be really nice to get this Dunsparce before the, I guess Dundunsparce before I go to the farm. Then maybe I can edit a video, but I doubt it. I'm running out of time with everything I have to do. I gotta finish up 2 axe handles. One will be finished tonight. Then I'm also hoping to start. I sort of started on the second one. But I'm hoping I can kind of double down my productivity tonight. And get a good chunk of another one done. We haven't found a single shiny Dunsparce yet with like 8 minutes left, 10 minutes left. So, yeah. But redeems the shiny luck. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Shiny up here. Hey, it worked out well for this challenge before. We've done it numerous times, and it's appeared within the shiny luck window. I might take, once I come back from the farm, I might take a slightly extended break from streaming. We'll see. There's a few things I want to try and set up better. Like, get my stream deck going again. So I can do some, like, maybe cool effects on stream. Because oh, we know that copy pasta. We know that one well. But we're hoping that I can set some things up. I'm hoping streaming looks just a little bit different for me when I come back. Interesting. At least they're not trying to get me to buy viewership. That's a plus. Um, I'm not even mad. That's just... That's just probably the most interesting thing that'll happen to me today. But yeah, I think Master Eevee, I'm pretty sure you're very familiar with the plan that I want to put forward. We keep hovering around that like 250 watch hour mark for ad revenue monetization. Fluctuates between... The lowest it's been to get there is 247. Screenshot that for later. Yeah. Make a clip. Make a short where a chatter comes in and I'm just like, okay. But hopefully after the farm, when I get back, I can get that card business going. And then I can do some more card videos. And then I don't have to rely on content to grow as much for income, because the card business will be going. But axes are picking up too, so that's nice. But that it makes sense that axe handles are starting to pick up and axe builds and stuff, because summer activities are coming to a close, so now all the axe throwers that aren't like the 100% dedicated people that want to play softball in the summer or soccer are coming back and they're like, oh, maybe you should have a new axe for the new season. So that makes sense. And that makes me feel pretty good, because then I can capitalize on that influx. But yeah, if I get the card business going and the cards are selling and the axes are selling, I don't have to stream Pokemon every single day, because then I don't need to grow the YouTube channel through live streaming on there as well. Hey, finally! Is that within the 15-minute window? I think so. I think so. But, yeah. So, that's the plan. And then I can play kind of whatever games I want. You know, I can play... We can have some community days with, like, Mario Kart and some marbles again. Just more fun things for everybody. I'll play some Borderlands, some Doom Eternal. Heck, I might even play Minecraft and Fortnite. Who knows? If things take off really well and I can afford my Xbox membership again. And then I can just edit my stuff or upload raw VODs to my second gaming channel, because this Pokemon channel will become just a straight card channel. Then we're golden. It'll bring the passion and the fun for gaming back for me. Is the biggest thing. And if I'm passionate and having fun again, I'm gonna be a better creator. And I think you guys as a whole will have more fun too watching. Now, you may not enjoy the games that I'm playing, but at this point I'm hoping that you guys are watching me for me and not necessarily for the game. I know you are, Master Eevee. I know Pokemon is what got you here, but I'm lucky enough that you like me for me. Do 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 I also feel like I really have to shave. Minecraft is fun. I've never played it, but I know that I can get it with Game Pass. And I downloaded it at one point. We could also have our own server. I feel like we can do that in Minecraft. I'm not 100% sure. But we can name our place like the Burger Bunch server. Something. We'd be vibing. Yep. I've never played it. I know that there's like an end game to it and everything too. But I don't know what about it never really drew me in, but I'm seeing videos about it now where I'm like, you know what? I should probably give that a chance. It's the same thing that I did with like Fortnite. I was like, ugh. Me and my friends were actually just like, we'd have to have the extra membership stuff. Okay, that's good to know. We'll see how much content takes off. Because ideally, the way I start running things is content pays for content stuff like Game Pass, new games, stream upgrades, things like that. And then Axes pay for the venue, Card Business House to pay for the venue and more cards, and that contest stuff too. But yeah, I think that we could have a lot of fun with it. But that's how a couple of friends of mine, we got onto Fortnite. Is like we were playing Call of Duty, we got bored of it. We were playing Sea of Thieves, we kind of got bored of it. We played Alien Ascension, I think is what it was called. Or Isolation. We finished that, so we were like, whoa, what do we play? What do we got to do next? Fortnite's free. So we tried Fortnite, and we were like unbelievably hooked on it. And I'm a little shocked that we're not playing it more often again, but maybe I can recreate the magic with chat. Add each other on our Epic Games accounts and get ourselves going. We'd have our group chat going on through Discord. And that way everybody can hear everybody when we're streaming. And yeah, it could be fun. Yeah, bring back the community stuff, right? Have some Fortnite with viewers, have some Mario Kart with viewers. Marbles is always a good time. Just, the thing is the sandwich is over, isn't it? Yep. All you need is Game Pass again? Same. We're frozen on the menu. But, like, the thing is, I love gaming. I know it doesn't look like it back here, but, like, I have over 50 consoles between station, like, non-portable and portable consoles. Unfortunately, the way things have worked is I've kind of pigeonholed myself into playing only Pokemon. And I kind of want to... I don't want to pigeonhole myself to it anymore. You thought about getting Smash for Switch? I had that, and then I traded it in for store credit so I can get more Pokemon cards. I know. Shame on me. We gotta find out where this Dunsparce ended up. I gotta go through and clean these boxes up. Apparently they're full. So that's a problem. But yeah, I love gaming. The thing is like I've been playing the same game and the same genre for a very long time. And it's kind of draining the passion out of me, if that makes sense. And okay, so didn't remember Hyper Drill. $70% of your games are Pokemon. That's fair. The thing is like 70% of my games are not Pokemon. But if I can get to a point where I'm playing 70% other games and 30% Pokemon, I think I'd be in a happy spot. I might not have any rare candies left. Oh, look at that. Alright. We're naming this one Wayne Gretzky because it's number 99. And Wayne Gretzky was the great one. Failed. But yeah, I love Pokemon. And the thing is the way that I'm structuring this, if I'm a variety streamer with like a Nintendo bias, when a new Pokemon game comes out or something happens in Scarlet and Violet or there's an event or I feel like picking up anything else, I can do that and not feel obligated to stream it because I can have fun with it, you know? I probably should have saved before I did the picnic, and I didn't. Diablo 4 again. I could play some Diablo 4. Man, there's like a lot of things. Pick up Baldur's Gate and play that. You know, there's just a ton of games that I want to play. And quite honestly, outside of stream, I don't have time to game personally. Because if I'm not streaming, I'm either editing or working on axes. And it's literally like, people don't believe me when it's like, you don't have a job. No, I don't have a job, but I work 8 to 12 hours a day on things. And I'm making very little money, but the difference is I'm very happy doing what I'm doing. So, in that aspect, like, yeah, no, I don't have an exact job, but I'm building towards some fun things. And, you know, if being bored of Pokemon is the worst part of my day, then it's still a pretty good day. And it's not that I don't want to say that I'm bored of Pokemon. It's just that Pokemon Company, gaming-wise, has given us nothing new. And they won't give us anything new until late next year. You getting a lot closer to working? Nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's kind of the plan, Craig. The thing is once I get the card business going, this channel's likely going to become a card video channel. And then I do have a second gaming channel where I can still post Pokemon content if I want to. And play that if I want to. Especially if I have a Nintendo bias towards what I'm doing. Because I do love Mario too. Yeah, and that's exactly it. You can make long form content to YouTube. You can direct upload VODs. You can edit things down into a highlight package. I mean, there's so many different things you can do. Like, options are endless. The thing is like, pigeonholing myself into a Pokemon streamer with everything else that I have going on. Right now, it doesn't pay for me to stream 6, 8, 10 hours a day. And there's no benefit to streaming longer than I stream right now until I start seeing double, triple digit viewership. And even then, because building custom throwing axes can be so lucrative, it's still a hard thing for me to want to do. But there can be a balance with everything, right? And at the end of the day, with my ultimate goal in mind of wanting to own an axe throwing venue, I have to find that balance and figure out, okay, what on average is paying me more money? And then just lean hard into that. And then once... The other part of it, though, too, and one thing that can really open up my life, is if content starts to pay well, or even starts to pay semi-decently, what I do is I take my card business that I technically own a card business, I just haven't been able to acquire inventory because of politics, we'll put it that way. What I do is I take it from a sole proprietorship and I make it a corporation, and then I can put my content under the card business, or just under the corporation, put the card business and the content under the corporation, and at that point I might as well do my axe handle business at the same time. And then I can hire an editor. And then if I hire an editor, I free up so much time for myself that, you know, maybe I can stream 4, 5, 6 hours a day, still work on axes for 3 to 4 hours a day, you know, and still get to the gym because somebody else is taking care of the edits. I just have to upload them, and that takes no time at all. So there's many different paths, many different ways that I can go about this all. And it all depends on what catches fire first and where it happens. But the end goal is all the same. It's just a matter of what you lean into to start with, right? But, like, just as an example of how lucrative building custom throwing axes can be, there's another guy I follow, like, the axe throwing, like, maker community, nobody has any sort of jealousy, nobody has any sort of, I don't want to use the word hatred, but I guess it's the best word to use, towards any other maker, because there's some makers out there that are more talented than others, or that do different things than others, or, you know, we all have our own unique patterns and things we do. And I'm just starting out, and I'm slowly getting some stuff out there. But if I've been around for a little bit longer, I could charge a little bit more for my work. But right now, I just charge basically enough to cover my materials and have a few bucks to pat myself on the back with. But there was this guy that listed a big axe for sale. Hey, it's better than the other sandwich already. I know the cost of the head and the cost of his materials. I would say he was about $240 into this axe, and he ended up selling it, and it took less than 4 hours to sell for $575. I know the amount of work that he put into it is probably about 5 hours of work, I would say, into it. And he had $350 of profit. You know, and you can pump out, if you have the right tools and space, you can pump out probably 2 or 3 of those a week. So, like, you can do quite good. If you have a name for yourself and all that stuff, you know. My downfall right now is tools and space for that. So eventually there will come a point, fingers crossed, that content does overtake axe building. But either way, I think good things will happen. And the one thing I do know 100% for sure is that I'll be buying a PlayStation 5. And we'll be doing more variety gaming soon on Twitch, you know? But I think that we'll be in a good place. The one thing that I am doing right now, like, I'm streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same time right now because I'm allowed to do so. One thing I will do once I know my Pokemon YouTube channel can sustain itself off of card videos for the watch hours, I'll probably not stream to both. I know it can't hurt if I do, but it's a lot to keep track of 2 chats. It's a lot. So if I can grow, you know, I'll probably have days where I still stream to both Twitch and YouTube if I'm doing a Pokemon game, because why not? But then an edited version of that will go to the second YouTube channel if I'm doing Pokemon related stuff. But we'll see. There's nothing stopping me from doing what I want. That's the beautiful part about it. And the crazy part is, I don't know how much you guys believe in, like, the world giving you signs. But I know I'm on the right path, or I'm doing the right thing for me. Because every time I go to apply for a job, and in the past 2 years, hasn't quite been 2 years, it'll be 2 years at the end of October, I've applied for almost 500 jobs. I've gotten a call back from 4 of them, and I've only been able to have an in-person interview with 1 of them, and I didn't get that job. So to me, that's like, dude, just keep doing your thing. You have a plan. Execute that plan, and it's all going to work out. That's how I see that. But it'll be good. You know, I can do on stream things like Mario Mondays. I just think that things are going to be in a good place sooner than I think. And today I'm finishing up a handle today for a friend, so the big thing is like life leads you where you're supposed to be led. Is a thing that as I get older, I firmly believe. And Frogger Fridays, I could. There's many versions of Frogger out there, that's for sure. But I took it was the middle of COVID. I don't remember exactly how my life panned out and how it got to where it got. A lot of my past is very foggy because I've had a lot of jobs. Like, probably too many to list. And somehow I ended up working at Value Village for a bit. And I quit that job because people donating things are gross, and I literally felt like it was a health concern to work there, just sorting through donations. As terrible as that sounds. But I was working there in the middle of COVID. COVID hit, they shut down for a bit. And I just decided that it wasn't my time to go back to that. I can't do it. So I didn't. Then I got a job working at Rona, which Rona will become Rona Plus soon everywhere, but for the people that are watching the United States, Rona is Canada's Lowe's, and Lowe's actually owns them. So there's your fun little tidbit. But I ended up working there for a bit selling appliances. And in the meantime, I had applied for a job at an entertainment place. Kind of all at the same time. All at the same time. I applied for the Rona job, and I applied for the entertainment place. I interviewed for both relatively at the same time. And I heard back from Rona a lot sooner than I heard back from the entertainment place. And I wasn't really enjoying Rona. Just the way they had things going on was very confusing, very frustrating. But I got paid well there for what I was doing. I probably could have stuck it out. I just didn't want to. And when the entertainment place called me back and said, yeah, you're hired, we need you, we're in the middle of building the new place, I might need you here or there, I might not need you for a couple months, I don't know, but we're going to hire you. I said, okay, awesome. Well, like 3 days later, I ended up getting a phone call saying, hey, I need help lifting the walls for the axe throwing lanes, come in, help me out. I said, okay, great. Well, it turns out I was scheduled to work at Rona that day, and I was just like, I ended up calling in sick. They were like, okay, that's fine, no problem. Went to work for that place, building the walls, and it ended up being a lot more involved than I was anticipating. Good, Dustin, what's going on? Good to see you. So I ended up leaving the Rona job and dedicated to the entertainment place, where I fell in love with the sport of axe throwing. And I worked there for 2.5 years. I wanted to try and take things, because I was actually the axe throwing manager. So that was a lot of fun. I felt as though being in the position of axe throwing manager, I would have some say in what, the community wants, the league members, the general public, and stuff like that. And apparently me relaying messages from customers was not what he was looking for, and it just became a bitter place to work for. And now I'm here. I'm doing this. And still doing everything I can to work towards that ultimate goal of doing my own thing. But, you know, life leads you down some paths. It introduces you to things that you may never have thought of. Like, I didn't see myself obsessing over axe throwing and wanting it to be part of my day-to-day life ever. And I didn't see myself becoming a craftsman, building custom throwing handles and all that stuff. But here I am, and it's all because I got a job in an entertainment place. You know, I've traveled all across my province, going to tournaments and marathon leagues and meeting new friends, making connections. It's been an experience like none other. And, you know, at the end of the day, as much as I became resentful of... I wasn't resentful to the job. I wasn't resentful to the customers. I wasn't resentful to anything except for the building and the owner. And clearly I'm not resentful of any of that because I want to pursue it further in life. It was just the owner at the end of the day that made my life absolute hell. And I could go message probably a dozen former staff members right now that would agree with me on that. In fact, McKnight's, if he's ever here, would tell you that he would agree to that. It had nothing to do with the job. It had nothing to do with the customers. You know, it just came down to ownership. And I think that's kind of the story of a lot of businesses. You know, it's not typically the job that has people quit. It's management or ownership. But, you know, life leads you where you're supposed to lead. And I keep telling people, they're like, well, why don't you have a job? And it's like, honestly, it isn't for a lack of trying. You know, some friends have helped me out along the way. My parents are being super supportive right now. You know, like when I say I go to work on a farm, it's not that I got a job on a farm out of nowhere. It's literally one of my longest friends. I've known him since grade 7. And I am darn near 20 years removed from high school. So that should tell you how long I've known him. I forgot to change my counter on that last evolution. So this when I go to work on the farm, it's not an instance of what I know, it's an instance of who I know. And those things that... Yeah, so you get it, Craig. Like... You know, and that's where... I carry some advantage to that. I think people understood how passionate I was about the sport. Because to this day, I haven't been involved in that building in almost 2 years. I've tried getting things going in my backyard, you know, but I literally live a town over from the mass population. I'm like 15 minutes away from everybody, at most. 10 to some. That's too long. That's too far away. I'm trying to get like backyard leagues and stuff going because I have my own targets that I throw at and practice at, and just nobody wants to show up because, oh, we got to drive, we got to travel. Well, you're not really traveling. It's a 10-minute drive, but despite all that, I am still known in this city as the axe throwing person. So I have that advantage. And I think when I was working there, people had, you know, the passion for the sport led through, despite me being miserable while I was there, helping out customers and league members. Um, you know, I would get asked all the time, "Are you the owner of this place?" And I was like, "No, you should be." That's always what I got. So, you know, when I finally put in my notice and decided to leave, everybody's like, "Well, you should start your own. You should start your own. You should start your own." So, I think I'll still have that advantage for when I finally get there. It's just the road to getting there has been, it's been filled with ups and downs. It's been 43 days since I had my initial bank appointment, and I still haven't heard a yes or a no or nothing from them, and I constantly email them, and all I'm getting back is a, "I'm looking into it." I don't think he's looking into it. 43 days? Come on. I understand we're dealing with banks and government, but nothing takes 43 days. And I know he hasn't even done the application because the application hasn't even shown up on my credit report. I'm asking for a loan. They are going to show up on my credit report. So, and I know it's one bank, one advisor, and I shouldn't let it sour my taste or my experience for dealing with banks, but it has. It very much has. Especially when I can see a path to me funding my own businesses. I just have to bet on myself a little bit and make it happen. Just let me do it. I'm gonna do something for you. Wow. President Greg, you can crush it. Holy crap. 13k views on Resident Evil 2 playthrough. Hey, any of my chat members right now, go subscribe to Resident Craig. He's got the watch hours, but not the subscribership to be a YouTube partner. Go do it. Help him out. Let him quit his job. If he wants to become a full-time YouTuber. Maybe I needed the break from running around, too. We'll get 100 and 101. Oh, here's a fun story about my old boss. He was opening up a new store in the Cayman Islands. He said he was contracted for that. And, he was about to leave. And then he came... It was the day he had his flight. And I should just add them to party. That'd be easier. Just add to party. I'm thinking here. And, he all of a sudden showed up in the store. And I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" He goes, "My work visa didn't go through. My flight's been delayed 2 weeks." Like, what? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, he'll never admit it, but after he was there that night, the entire store tested positive for COVID. So, that's a thing, too. And then I remember while we were building the store, he was like, "Yeah, I understand this COVID's a thing, but it's not any worse than, like, just getting a little sick and having the flu, so if I end up getting it, I'm going to work through it." So, yeah, I can promise you that's exactly what happened. And it just reminded me, because I got a shortness of breath there. To this day, over 2 years later, I still have, when I'm talking, sitting, doing nothing, I'll just lose my breath out of nowhere because of that. So, that was my experience in a nutshell. It also doesn't help that the last tournament I was at the beginning of August, somebody there tested positive for COVID. I went out to the farm immediately after that, And it was so hard for me to tell if I was sick or if it was allergies. But maybe I got a little sick too out of that. I don't know. I had no symptoms other than like stuffy nose, dry mouth. But that's... could be COVID, could be allergies. Ain't no problem, Resident Craig. Least I can do. Least I can do. That Resident Evil 2 playthrough video with 13K views? Crushing it, man. You found a niche there and it caught on? We'll get you there. Oh, and the thing is like... well, here's the worst part. Everybody tested positive, but me and the location manager were the last two to test for it. And we were about to call in sick, and we got told, you're not allowed to call in sick. If you call in sick, I will find replacements for you, and not just for the day, but permanent. I can't close my business because everybody's sick, and I'm not there. It's like, yes, you can. You are legally told to do that right now in the middle of a pandemic. Nope, can't do that. So, we all worked through being deathly sick, and never got a thank you, never got a nothing. A year later, I know why. And that's because he offered to sell the business to me. And in that whole process, I got to see his financials, and I was like, it all makes sense now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You have an inherent passion because of that. You have a... I'm very, very sorry to hear that. That's a hard thing to go through. It's a very hard thing to go through, but you know, you have those memories and you're wanting to share your passion and memory with the world, and I think that's amazing. But yeah, he was a different breed. I know McKnights isn't in chat right now, but that's through that job is where I met him, and yeah, it was an experience that I'll never, even when I own my own business, that I will never put on anybody else. If you're sick, you're sick. Like, especially being in the middle of a worldwide pandemic that was literally killing people. 21 seconds. Only 2 Evo'S to do. My thing is, I will never let greed run me. Yeah, it's over. When you get yourself into so much trouble because of greed, you start treating people like they're not even a human being anymore, there's a problem there. One of these days I'll organize this stuff. Or I'll just put him in my party right away. Alright. Evolution 100 and 101. Except for Dragon Rush is such a great move. Hyper Drill is 100 and 100 in stab. 150 power on Dunsparce. Tank! Rare candy. Number 100. Now, just so you guys know, you have a 1 in 100 chance of getting a 3-segment Dundunsparce on evolution. This means we are at full odds for this hunt. And that is a negatory. Yeah, being kind doesn't cost a dime. You're not wrong on that. But in his world, it could have cost him everything because he was so far in debt. Number 101. Well, that was fun. Not really, but that was fun. Yeah, it's, yeah, I don't know. I think there's life lessons to be learned in everything, right? So I took that as I was meant to be there to introduce me to a sport I love and to teach me to never treat fellow humankind like that. That's my takeaway from that. Not that I ever would have to begin with, but it's just there's too much evil in this planet already. Wrong way. The sad part, though, is it's those people that in the short term get ahead in life. But legitimately, like thinking back at certain things, he should have never opened an axe throwing venue. He had no idea what he was doing. No idea what he was talking about. Just gotta remember to switch that Sligoo and save. It's not the Sligoo we want to evolve. Like, for those that don't know about axe throwing, there's 2 major federations. There's the World Axe Throwing League, and then there's the International Axe Throwing Federation. And we were the World Axe Throwing League. And there was... I heard some stories. I'm getting a phone call. Give me 1 second, everybody. Scam. This is a call from Visa. Yes. My Visa's paid up. In fact, it's almost paid off. Ah! Gonna move our Dunsparce evolutions over. But yeah, there's the 2 federations: the World Axe Throwing League, International Axe Throwing Federation. Waddle or IATF. Now, with that being said, COVID shut us down for a bit, which is a given. And we came back and we opened, and he's like, man, all the league rules have changed. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, for overtime, now they do big axe. We were World Axe Throwing League. Overtime has never been big axe. Not even once. And he watched a video of the International Axe Throwing Federation and just assumed that that's what we have to do. Even though that's not. At all. So, that was a thing that we had to deal with. I also heard stories from other people within my province, with me traveling to other places, that he had gone to somebody else's venue and introduced himself, and they were like, oh, you're the guy from Medicine Hat with the Waddle venue. And they're like, he looked at me and he goes, what's Waddle? I don't know what you're talking about. So, he was either playing dumb, or he just actually didn't know. But somehow he gets money for an expansion of his business, and I'm somebody that's consumed my soul with it. And I can't even get looked at. So, I'll improve my financial situation. Everybody that says I'm incapable can stuff it, and I'll make it happen. It was also, I worked for him for 2.5 years, and I got I can't afford more staff, you gotta figure this out. Even though I was trying to keep track of 65 people at one time. Yeah, that was cool. And, still trying to do all the maintenance stuff on my own, and I wasn't allowed to come in early or stay late. Yeah, when he came back from his Cayman Island adventure, he bought a food truck. So, yeah. And he bought a food truck and staffed a kitchen and the truck. I just don't agree. It's almost like he was treating me like crap to push me out because I had ideas on my own and I made things work without him, and it probably made him feel useless in his own building. But what do you do? No sense in dwelling on the past. The past does make for good stories, though, so that's why we talk about it. $101. Ooh. The past does make us who we are, that's for sure. And there's two ways that you can treat the past. You can either learn and grow from it, and become a better person, or you become crusty and angry. I choose option A. Everything in life is a learning experience. And the more you learn, the more you grow. And yeah. I often say too, the day you stop learning is the day you stop living. If you take everything in life as a learning experience, you'll live forever. Or at least you'll have a more fulfilling life. And life is about fulfillment, for sure. And getting fulfillment in life can come in many different ways, for sure. Hopefully those ways aren't illegal. Splash. Just give me... Not gonna be greedy here. Just give me one more shiny. Let's just... Give me one more shiny. I think this is the last sandwich for the day. So... We do need to at least give ourselves one more chance to make this happen. Also, this is very random, but I very much hope TCG Pocket gets released very, very soon. They had some teasers and they had some things at Worlds. It's got to be close. There's also 2 new sets coming out in like Pokemon card sets in the next 8 weeks. It's stupid. Like, there's Stellar Crown, which I think comes out in 2 weeks, which is ridiculous because we just got Shrouded Fable like 3 weeks ago. And then they're coming out with Sparking something. I can't remember what it's, but it's Sparking whatever, which... I couldn't tell you what it is. All I know is there's a lot of Pikachus on the artworks. And that comes out in like November. So just saying. TCG Pocket better be around the corner here because I want to open up my pack a day and make a YouTube short out of it because I can. they've released some artwork for it too. They've released some artwork for the TCG Pocket, and I'm just sitting here like, yep, waiting for it to be able to be downloaded. That'd be wonderful. I would love that. Yeah, right. I totally jumped over those Dundunsparce. I'm an ace level Koraidon pilot. Just ask the DLC. I nailed it, okay? I piloted Koraidon down a snowy bank. Aced it. The flight test. Aced it. So I know for a fact I jumped over them Dunsparce. I did sign up for a marathon league for the International Axe Throwing Federation. That's it. Surging Sparks. I knew it was Sparks or Sparking or something. But it definitely looks vibrant. Everything looks vibrant. But that's released after the Stellar, whatever it's coming to. I know I just said it before, but I forget what it's Stellar. It's hard to keep up, damn it. This is why I want the card business. It'll be easier to keep up. But yeah, I did sign up for a marathon league for the International Axe Throwing Federation. I have never thrown the style of International Axe Throwing Federation, and I've never been to the venue that I signed up for. So that'll be fun. That's not till September 14th. So I also don't know if I'm going to only be gone for one day. I might have to sleep in the truck and be gone for two, because it's a big event. But we'll be doing some pack openings. I'll have some funds. Is it Stellar Crown? To open some of that up. What I do really want to buy is the 151 UPC from Costco. Costco Canada right now has the UPC, the 151 Ultra Premium Collection on for 120 bucks. And I really want that Mew promo that's out of it. That Mew promo special. Did you know the holographic pattern? If you tilt it from side to side, the sun will actually set. I don't know if that's actually on the English version of the card. I haven't gotten that close of a look at the English version, but it was on the Japanese version. I just know for the Pokemon world right now, it's an exciting time for the TCG, and it's a boring time for the video game. But hopefully, Legends EA will offer us something special. We'll be waiting 2 years since the announcement of it. And we haven't even gotten a second trailer. We haven't even gotten any leaks from professional leakers. You don't have it either? Yeah. And I know I can go buy it as a single for about $10, that Mew card. But, I haven't completed my 151 set either, so... But honestly, the Costco 2-packs that I can get, it's the Alakazam EX box and the... It's Alakazam. And... Holy crap, I've opened up so many of these that you think it would come up to the top of my head. But anyway, the two-pack is $48.99 at Costco. You get 8 packs of cards in there and 6 promos. Zapdos. It's a Zapdos EX box. That's what it is. I got there. The brain figured it out. I bought that set 4 times from Costco. And only once did I not have an illustration rare. And only once did I not make my money back and actually profit. Not that I'm selling them, because it's personal collection stuff. Card business stuff I sell. Personal stuff that I buy, I keep. But they've been incredible. And the first thing I ever opened off of 151 was the poster collection. And when the set came out, the only thing that I cared about was the illustration rare Blastoise. Because Blastoise is my favorite Pokemon. And, yeah, it was the poster collection. It either had 3 or 4 packs. I can't remember. But all I know is I got the Blastoise in that set. Which blew my mind. In the last box I opened up on 151, I didn't do it on camera. I got the Venusaur Secret Art Rare. Or Secret Illustration Rare. And, so I guess all that's left is the Charizard. But I've been getting, like... I swear I have 2 of the Venusaurs. But maybe not. I'll have to... I gotta spend... Apparently we're flying now. I gotta spend some time and sort through my collection, put things in binders that I'm keeping. I do have a bunch of bulk that I can probably sell off again. But I got a lot of organization to do, especially for the space that I want to put the inventory for the card business. I'm running out of space pretty quickly. So I got to get some shelves and do some organization, and let's be real, it's gonna go right here. it's all gonna go right there. So I got a lot of work ahead of me, and that's okay. I also have a big financial goal that I've set for myself ahead of me that I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, because A, you're either going to laugh at me, or B, say that that's awesome and then feel obligated to donate, and I literally do not want people to donate to me. I also don't want people to become members on YouTube. I also really, if you want to subscribe on Twitch, that's great, but you don't have to. Because I've done the math. I've literally done the math, as crazy as this sounds, and you probably will not believe me. Non-subscribers on Twitch, while I run ads, are more valuable than subscribers on Twitch. Especially with their conversion rates and currency differences now. Like, Master Eevee, as an example, if you were to subscribe to me, I would get $2.60 because the conversion from the US dollar to the Canadian dollar. I would get $2.60. If he sits in my stream for a 2-hour stream and watches all the ads, I make about 26 cents off of him. So in 10 streams, his sub is paid for. If I do 30 streams a month, I make 3 times the amount of money off of him sitting watching ads than I would with him subscribing. And I'd rather have it come out of the billionaire company's pockets than Master Evo'S. Also, with that being said, once I get into more variety games, I'll basically just pause it for the ad breaks and get into more just chatting moments and go from there. Like, I've also, I don't know how I stumbled upon this, but there was basically, let's be real, Boogie2988 is a hot topic on the internet, and I was watching some, like, it just showed up on my recommended feed on YouTube. Wings of Redemption was talking about how he gets about 200 to 300 viewers in his stream, and he makes like $600 to $700 a month off of ad revenue, just off of 200 to 300 viewers in stream. I was like, oh, okay. I guess I have a view count goal. So, you know, you can do pretty okay without actually people financially supporting them yourself. It can, but right now we're trying to still monetize the YouTube, so definitely keep watching on here. If you want to keep watching my stuff when I split off into more variety content, then definitely follow me on there as well. Because then I won't be streaming to YouTube with that stuff. But yeah, I'm a Twitch affiliate, so I get ad revenue. And I have bits opened up, and I have subscriptions opened up. Master Evo'S on both. The advantage to doing both is that while an ad break runs on Twitch, you can still just watch on YouTube and not miss a thing right now, because I'm not pausing for the ad breaks. Because if I were to pause 2 minutes during the sandwich, I'm wasting valuable resources. So there's that little dealio. But yeah, definitely follow on Twitch if you don't want to miss like the variety content. Because I do make money on Twitch. Not a lot, but I do make some. Hopefully it'll turn into a decent amount one of these days. That's the other part of it too, that I was thinking about, like variety content. When you're shiny hunting on Pokemon, it's okay because you can get a clip once in a while, then you can make a short out of it, and shorts get decent exposure. But when I'm doing variety content, I'm reaching new audiences that may not have otherwise seen me as a streamer. And playing games like Borderlands, Doom, Mario, even Mario Kart, basically whatever I feel like playing, including all my retro stuff. There's times where things can happen in-game. You're not doing, but yeah, see? Master Evo'S got it. There's things that happen in-game that I have a bigger reaction to, or I can have a bigger reaction to, which makes moments more clippable, which makes moments more shareable to like TikTok, to Instagram Reels, which will hopefully allow me to bring people back into Twitch to grow that viewership. No. It's not a Dunsparce. It's not a Dunsparce, but the one shiny that we've gotten on the sandwich cannot actually aid our cause. What do we do? We'll send it back to the abyss. Pooh, Shagman for him. Yeah, thanks for that game. At least we didn't get skunked on the sand, which is just not the target we were looking for. Boo. Hey, Master Eevee. Maybe if content takes off, I'll just pay you for having that sword beside your name. Then you don't need to go get a job. Then you watching the ads is like paying me to pay you. Nice. Infinite money loophole. I like it. I think it's a perfect plan. You need a job though? Yes. I will. If content takes off, I will pay you enough that you won't need to actually have a job. You just get to moderate a stream for 2 to 3 hours a day. See? It all works out. So if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. It will go a long way to me hiring Master Eevee as an employee. If you're on Twitch, don't click away when the ads happen. Or if you're here and watching and you're new, hit the follow button. It's free. Hey, I'm just saying, Craig. It works. For a home loan? Okay, but that means you have to lower your credit utilization. Is probably the best way to lower your credit score. Also look at your derogatory remarks or late payments and watch the, hey, there we go, we actually have something we can evolve. And then, I've learned a lot about credit scores. I technically don't have an income and mine is actually really good. My credit score is 725. So, the biggest thing is credit utilization. Get that under 25% and keep it under 25%. And how many open accounts you have can help, but it can also hurt. So there's a balance there. You also accept cards, which can help, but it can also hurt. If you accept them, you're going to have, unless you're pre-approved for them. If you're pre-approved for them, then it won't hurt your credit score. But if you get pre-approved and you increase your credit limit, but do not use that credit, then your credit score will go up because your utilization, like your dollar value, is expanded, but you're not using it. Unless you pay it off every single month at every single time. You make a $10 purchase, you put a $10 payment onto it, and you're great. Then you're golden. Then you're golden. So, I've learned a thing or two about finances. It's become my side hobby with wanting to achieve what I want to achieve in life. I've also had a lot of my past transgressions fall off my account. So it's been longer than 7 years since I've had a card get canceled on me due to non-payment. So a lot of that's disappeared, so that's kind of helped my credit score. I also have a perfect payment streak right now. And I got a notice today that my credit score is likely going up again. So I also accept cards like Pokemon U. Oh, for payment. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, see, you can take those. Oh, the sandwich is over. We got that shiny just in time. You can take those payments. You can take those cards and just sell them, and that's how you make your money. Alright, chat. We got one Pokemon that we can evolve here. I know the one person that's watching on Twitch is also watching on YouTube. So I'm going to run the 1-minute ad break on Twitch to appease the Twitch gods to make sure that my ad revenue density is good enough so that I get a 55% cut instead of 35% cut. There's a fun fact there for you too. We got to teach this thing Hyper Drill. And then we got to evolve it. This is number 102. Okay. A little cough ahead of time. But now we gotta level it up. Not through boxes, we don't. Through the bag. Through the bag. And we'll see if 102 is the magic one. $9,919 experience. Number 102. I don't have a name for him anymore. It's just too much. Not a 3 segment. We will continue the hunt. We will continue the hunt. I'll adjust my numbers to 102. 102. And yeah, sorry for the shorter streams, guys. Hopefully I can catch up on some of my work and they won't be so short going forward. And I can come up with some sort of schedule, but I've been putting in some late nights, trying to get everything going. All that fun stuff. No people are here from the local card shop. See? I'll have a card shop soon too. Hopefully things work out. But as of right now, I'm gonna have to call it a stream. I appreciate each and every one of you hanging out. And yeah, we'll pick this up tomorrow. I didn't mind doing that hunt, so maybe we'll do a couple raids, maybe we'll do some hunts, and we'll figure it out, but I'm low on Salty Herba, so we'll probably do some Dragonite raids. You don't want to miss that. Hang out! We have a build that works. So, tomorrow, more Dragonite raids, more Herba farming, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you all very, very soon. And also, do something for yourself. This is good for your health. Bye.